Internet streaming TV service Netflix arrived in South Africa in the new year, but appears to have had one or two teething problems. It's also coming up against the South African competitor Showmax. To get a better idea of the current internet TV landscape, we are joined over Skype by Showmax's Head of Communications, Richard Boerman. Richard, thank you very much for joining us all the way from Dubai. First of all, can you just give us an idea of the current internet TV landscape? How have South Africans caught on with it being a relatively new concept?
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, I mean, I think it's slowly people are grasping what subscription video on demand is. I mean, it's probably easier to call it internet TV because that's what it is. You're just getting TV series, movies via the internet. And I think that was certainly so from when we launched in August last year, that has been one of the challenges, is trying to get people to understand, okay, what really is this thing? Why would I want it? How do I get it? And ironically, that's where Netflix has been a big help, because by them launching, it suddenly created a whole bunch of hype, and it's actually increasing the interest in Showmax as well.
So, as I mentioned, Showmax launching last year with the imminent arrival of Netflix, and a lot of people saying sort of to prevent the loss of DStv subscriptions, but it's a completely different service. Do you want to just explain exactly how it works?
Sure thing. I mean, so yeah, we compete with multi-choice with DStv. We're both Naspers company, but that's where the similarity ends. So we don't report into multi-choice. Look, for some people, they're going to want a DStv. If you want the sports, if you want the absolute latest version or the latest episode of that hit show straight from the US, you want the news, those kind of things, then for that you're going to need a DStv. Where Showmax comes in is at the other end. So we have the largest subscription video library in Africa. And we keep the entire history of popular shows. So something like a Dexter, or something old school, The Sopranos, or something much more recent, maybe Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, another good example. We have the entire history on Showmax. So what you can do is, if you never saw Dexter but you heard it was good, you can start with series 1, episode 1, and just keep going, which actually feeds another trend that we've seen globally, something called binge watching, which is actually, I think, the Collins Dictionary word of the year, and just means that people are really starting to watch show after show after show. So that's where Showmax comes in. So we do it differently to DStv. Some people will want one, some will want the other, some might want both.
Yeah. What are some of the problems that you've had since launching Showmax, Richard? Teething problems, so to speak.
I mean, I think initially, yeah, I mean, we did a bit of work to optimize some of the networking, as it were, so to sort of avoid pixelation. We actually re-encoded our entire video library to get rid of, there was a very slight lag in some of the videos, which was down to the encoding between what was happening on screen and the audio. So we'd re-encoded that. And we've been busy adding support for new devices and adding new functionality, and that's something you're going to see us continue to do. So as an example, we've added downloads for Android, which means for Android tablets, Android smartphones, you can actually download up to 25 shows or movies, hold them, and watch them while offline. So it's good for, I don't know, your commute, a long flight, for the kids, for drive down to Durban, that kind of thing.
Is that a service that Netflix offers too on mobile?
No, it's not. I think it's one of the key differentiators. And I mean, it's one of the things that we've tried to do here. We don't believe in one size fits all. I think so. What we're trying to do is tailor our service. And in South Africa, you've got a couple of unique things happening. One, we don't have the connectivity all the time everywhere. So if you have something like downloads, even if you don't have great connectivity at home, at some point in the day, you're going to have Wi-Fi more than likely. It might be public Wi-Fi, might be the coffee shop, might even be work. But so there you can download your shows and then say, watch them when you're home. So downloads is one of the big things that we're doing to differentiate ourselves. The other one is on payments. I think the other guys only accept credit card payment. Not everyone in South Africa has a credit card. Not everyone wants to use a credit card. So we've developed vouchers that in major retailers, so you can just go and pay cash and still get access to Showmax. And the other key thing is obviously local content. We have a lot of local language content, and again, something that would set us apart.